Hey there, everybody. Happy Friday. I'm taping this on Friday, August 2. This is going to be a pick a card reading. Thank you all for being patient with that. As you know, if you follow me, I really appreciate your willingness to let me mix it up a little bit. I do my political readings, but then I'm going to check in with you on the spiritual growth aspect, especially when we have a full moon and a new moon. We have a new moon coming up on the 4th in Leo during Leo season, right? So I was thinking, in my meditation and prayer, and here's where we're going today, you all. I'm going to Spirit to ask, where is your power, or what is your power? To really begin to identify with it, or if you already have a sense of it, to reconnect with it and reclaim it. Why? Because one of the strongest aspects of any energy around Leo, we know Leo the lion hearted, Leo represented by the sun, but Leo also, almost in all decks, you will see when it comes to the strength card in tarot with Leo. I was in a reading the other day, and someone, the strength card came up for them, and she shared with me, she said, but I don't really feel strong, I don't feel like that take charge kind of person. And so I shared with her, with Leo, with strength, it's really about the power is here. The power is not in, or it is in cooperation with the larger thing. So very often you see a smaller woman with a lion. It's obvious that lion could take her out if he wanted to, if it was a matter of aggression, that kind of strength. But what she does is, by treating the lion with gentleness, by treating it with care and respect, the lion becomes her ally, and that is her strength. Her strength is in her character, and character builds power, right? That's where Spirit is leading me with this. So I am going to bring us down to the table in a moment, and so you can pick your pile. A lot of you don't stress about it. If you can't decide, or you're drawn to more than one, listen to your intuition. Maybe there's more than one message for you. But I'm asking us to agree that where my spirit was when I went to the guides to do these cards. And if you're new to my channel, for my pick a cards, because I work with so many decks, the piles are already done before I tape, but I have not seen any of these cards. You have my word on that. My word is my bond. So think about, what is your power? What is your true power? All right, you all. If you're sensitive to motion, look away for a second, because I'm going to bring the camera down on the table. Here we go. All right, let's get that like there. All right, I think that'll work. All right, you all. So again, thinking about this energy of the strength card. All right. So we have pile number 1 is going to be this quartz crystal. Pile number 2 is going to be this Jasper, if you're drawn to that. And pile number 3 is a beautiful piece of black shungite. I'm sorry, no. This is black kyanite. I had the shungite and I put it back. This is black kyanite. All right, black kyanite. All right, so just take a moment. See what you're drawn to. Pay attention to your intuition. Let your guides guide you. And we will get ready to go in. Let me put piles 2 and 3 over here on the side. And we're going to talk about your power. What is your power? I shared a post earlier. You might want to check my community tab. Melinda French Gates did a beautiful interview with Michelle Obama. And one of the things that Michelle Obama shared was the power in small things. That also really, because it's the idea that the small actions that we take, everything doesn't have to be on a big grand stage in order to make a difference, right? Okay, so where is your power? Those of you who chose pile number 1, let's go. Let's see what happens here. What's up? Starting out, starting out with the 6 of Cups. So it could be with the 8 of Cups. So I can see right off, excuse me, let me take a sip of water. Pile number 1, your power is, you have great emotional power. Especially with the second deck, Spirit is doubling down on your cup. Oh my God, you have all cups, and from a totally different deck, You have this Six of Cups has come for you twice. Different decks. Two of Cups, Eight of Cups. Your power is in learning to control your emotional state and being able to put into perspective what you have learned from the past. Because Six of Cups, and especially because that came for you in two different decks, that is highly important. This is a card, sometimes people call it a card of nostalgia, because it does have to do with moving forward. You're not trying to relive the past, but in moving forward in the present time, a lot of your energy could be spent on analyzing, where was my power in the past? What was I doing? Where was I? Who was I around when I really felt more powerful? And with that Two of Cups, it could have been a romantic relationship that sparked that in you. You could be in search of it. You in relationships could be where your power really comes to light, when you relate to others, when you're in sync with others, when you're in the flow with others, in that Two of Cups. But the Eight of Cups is really powerful here too, you all, because this is a card, some people call it a card of withdrawal, where you walk away from a situation, you give up, and there can be a sense of sadness around it. I tend to see it more as maturity, emotional maturity, emotional intelligence, being able to not linger on something that it's time for you to move on from. This is really powerful, that you're moving on from something in respect to the past, something that you've learned from the past, your past relationships. You have here, I'm so sorry, you all. I should have had some tea, and it's super early when I'm taping, so please forgive my voice. All right. I let an inner sense of quiet multiply each day as I strengthen my faith in love of the universe. I'm going to hold that up in case you want to screenshot it. So your power, pile number one, is this sense of quiet strengthens your faith in the love of the universe. Your power is in, you may be going through a time right now, in the present moment or in recent months, of rediscovering your capacity for emotional fulfillment, your desire for love, your desire to connect, your desire to own your truth as it relates to your emotions. And Spirit is saying here, it's bigger than the past. It's bigger than what you've already known or the situation you were already in. You have clear your mind. That is another, that sense of quiet. Clear your mind. There's a power in your ability to take control of your emotions by not lingering on too far on the past, but learning the lessons of what the past brought you, so that you can prepare yourself for better communications and relationships as you move forward. Okay? Put your stone there. Now here's some gifts I asked Spirit too, in terms of your power. Oh, I just looked down and saw this. Got to show it to you now. Look at that. Love. Your power is love. Leo rules the heart. Leo, the lion-hearted. The power of love. I'm going to put that right next to that Two of Cups. All of this loving, emotional, powerful energy that the universe, your guides, are coming in from a higher perspective and saying, clear, almost like clear the decks. Clear the decks of what you think you have known about the past, and be prepared to walk into the future. That and you have the power to do that. You have releasing burdens and saving grace. This is a two-tone card. It's an awesome deck. It's called clarifying life situations. And I love that it kind of gives you a double-sided message for each image. So for you, you have on the one hand, saving grace. Forgiving yourself and others heals the wounds and sets you free. Going back to that Six of Cups energy. Forgiving yourself and others heals your wounds and sets you free. And then there's a release of burdens. Embrace clarity. You got that clarity here. Embrace clarity. And here, clear your mind. Embrace clarity and let go of what no longer serves you, allowing new insights to guide your path. I'm going to hold that up for you. All right? New insights to guide your path. So your power is coming in the ability to take what was and mix it up and decide what you want it to be going forward. There is a mountain of mastery. I'm going to read that message for you, and it comes with some peaks that are reached. Emotional maturity. There's a lot of wisdom that your power, pile number one, has a lot to do with wisdom and understanding how to claim that wisdom, how to utilize it, how to share it, how to act upon it. It says here, mountain of mastery. Ascend towards self-realization and triumph, guided by the stoic presence of the mastery, the mountain pathway. So you have had some challenges. And it says, peaks reached. Celebrate your achievements and savor the triumph of your ascent. For you've climbed high and earned your view. This is in connection to your relationships, pile number one. Your power, the power in small things, is your ability to master your emotions and put the past into perspective, to release any sense of coulda, woulda, shoulda, can't go back and redo it, but there's a power. Look at this. Exhale. Exhale, you all. Spirit is saying there's a peak that you have reached. Your power is that you have exerted the energy, the emotional energy necessary to reach a peak of wisdom in your life at this time. And it's time for you to exhale. I want to read the message it gives you here. In the gentle release of breath, find the sacred rhythm of letting go, inviting peace and renewal with each exhale. Your power is the ability to regenerate your life and circumstances that appear in your life, your manifestation, based on your ability to stay clear, to hit your reset button, to move on. And there's a lot of wisdom that has come through these lessons, especially in regards to love and relationships. What it did, Leo the lion-hearted, it made your heart stronger. As wild as that may sound, it made your heart stronger. You come from, this is a past life deck, trees, roots, your ancestry, your past lives, your karma, in terms of the support and the strength that your loved ones from the other side offer you. They want to remind you that just as for all of the branches and the sun and the trunk of a tree, we also know that the bigger the tree, the bigger the roots, right? There's all of this activity that happens underground that strengthens and roots that tree and nourishes that tree so that it can grow and grow those branches. Your power lies in your ability to connect with what is solid. That's why they want you to clear your mind. That's why there's this component of exhaling. It's almost as if they want you to feel, your guides are saying, they want you to feel a sense of relief because you have reached a certain peak, a certain point in your emotional development that is rooted in strength, that is rooted in being able to take power, take ownership, claim, take agency over your ability to connect with others, to not look at it as taking a risk, but to look at it as coming into it with the mastery of yourself. You can't control other people. In any relationship, there is an element of risk. Nothing is guaranteed. You can have the most beautiful situation in the world and events happen. Things happen unexpectedly. And then what do when it all comes back to you? That is your power. Your power is being so grounded in your own emotional development and faith that nothing can shake you. All right. Now, closing out your portion, I asked Spirit for two. This is from a deck called Spiritual Gifts. And I asked Spirit, they told me to pull 2 for each pile. So for you all, pile number 1, this is a gift that your spirit guides want you to consider at this time that will help you with claiming your power, increasing your power, growing comfortable with it, understanding how to use it. You have plant medicine. You're being called to explore plant medicine to bring healing to the body through its therapeutic properties. So, plant medicine. There's power for you in plant medicine, whether that's changing your diet, drinking some teas, learning more about plants and their healing properties. There may be, some of you may grow some herbs, grow some fresh herbs, or think about that, study that. So plant medicine comes that will help you in your power, and also a pendulum. For those of you who work with pendulums, you're going to go, yeah, I knew it. And others who haven't thought about it or know what a pendulum is, but maybe you haven't worked with one, you're being called to it. And it says you're being called to explore working with the pendulum to get spiritual intuitive guidance and answers, no matter how simple or complex. All right? All right, pile number 1. So that's something moving forward that gives you something to amplify your power, to really tap into it. That plant medicine and that pendulum. But meanwhile, get very clear. Take some time now during this new moon in Leo. Set your intentions for your manifestation to have the relationships that you deserve, having learned and mastered what you learned from the past, and having moved to a point that you can exhale because you know that you are safe and protected. You can trust your heart. You can trust the character that you've built. You can trust yourself to be authentic and have what you deserve because the universe has your back. All right? All right, that's felt so good to me. Please let me have your thoughts on that, and I wish you the absolute best, okay? All right, I'm going to move on now to pile number 2. Those of you who were drawn to the Jasper, your power. Your power. We start out with the Lovers and the Queen of Swords. So off the bat, I can see an energy developing here. Both of these are air. The Lovers are ruled by Gemini, which is ruled by Mercury. Air, communication. Queen of Swords, air, communication. Decision making, thinking, being curious, being open to exploring your power. So that's how this feels already for me, those of you who chose this pile. We have the 6 of Swords, more swords energy coming in, more air energy coming in with the 5 of Wands. Okay, let's talk about that for a second. Because right away for this pile, pile number 2, some of you may be having a conflict, sort of it's not so much doubting yourself or doubting that you have power, but your ability to identify it. That 6 of Swords is an energy of moving forward, always forward momentum. And that I'm actually going to put that over there with that Queen, because that feels connected. Queens are nurturers by nature in tarot. No matter what suit they come in, they are in that suit. Their objective is to grow, is to move through it, is to support it, is to build it, is to put the pieces together, right? So but it's not in place yet. This is where it's generated, all right? Think about giving birth to something. You are giving birth to your power, the whole subject of this reading, but you are still moving towards it. That's what Spirit is showing. And with this 5 of Wands coming with the Lovers is often very much about making choices. With Gemini, we know Gemini, the twins. So you could be feeling, I could do this, I could do that, I could do this, I could do that. Meanwhile, in terms of really exploring yourself and your highest potential, there's something that hasn't ironed itself out for you yet. And so there's this period of having to get really, serious in your mind, settle your mind down, take time, do some breathing, and decide where you want to go next. There's a little bit of indecision there that I'm seeing for you all, pile number 2. And that's fine. We all do that. But let's see what other cards come. Let me take a sip of water. I'm taping this super early, so my voice is a little raspy. I didn't get my hot tea. All right. So To begin the practice of allowing, I must get out of the way and let spirit give me direction. Hot diggity dog. If that does not come in alignment with what we just saw with that Six of Swords, giving you direction, figuring out how you move forward to claim and explore your power. Moving in that direction, begin the practice of allowing and get out of the way and let spirit give me direction. That's what this conflict, and I even like the way that the colors came together in a way on these two, right? Different decks, you know how we do it. Different decks. There you go. Spirit is saying, we want to help you. There is tremendous power. We all are born with it in some aspect. We all have different gifts. We all have different capacities and different missions and different ways that we show up in the world. For you all, pile number 2, part of it is getting grounded. I also think that's why you may have been drawn to the Jasper, because there's a lot of fluctuating energy here. Air. There's a lot of fluctuation here, and spirit is saying they want you to get out of your own way a little bit and let them help you show you the way forward. You have a full moon in Leo that came, even though this is a new moon in Leo, and the message is go wild. Go wild. And by that, it means no limitations. Your power and your guides right now are saying they want you to trust yourself, that they have your back. They will give you direction. They will show you how to move forward. They will give you a compass. They will literally give you a compass. And so don't worry about making the choice or feeling like that choice is all on you. Take a chance. Go wild. Do something you haven't done before, because your power lies in you being able to explore. Broaden your horizons. Notice you have the seeker there. And I love, again, just as these colors came together, look at how, again, different decks, look at how spirit brought that together energetically for you all, right? I hope you feel that. So there is your power at this time, pile number 2. There's something you need to do. There's something more that you want to explore, that your soul is asking you to explore. And in that exploration, you discover and claim or reunite and reconnect with your source of power, your inner source of power, knowing, hey, I can do this. I got this. I am worthy of this. I'm deserving of it. I have achieved. You know, there's all this reinforcement that comes toward you. You have the unity, that unity blooms, and the grove of unity. These are decks that it's called Clarifying Life Situations. I showed that in pile number 1. I'll share it with you. Clarifying Life Situations. And what drew me to it is that it has this double-sided quality to it. Thinking again about Gemini, double-ended, right? The twins. So you have a cavern of secrets. Unveil the hidden wonders within the shadowy depths of enigmatic secrets and concealed wisdom. That's you figuring things out. You are deeply internal. You have a really rich and vast internal landscape if you chose this pile. And by that, I mean, when you sit down and you really begin to ponder an issue, you go deep. Like, you really are able, you probably have a very strong imagination. You probably have a very strong connection to music and visuals and things that ping you in that way. There is also the revelations that await you. Embrace the mystery. Embark on a journey of discovery. Here we go. Go wild and be a seeker. Embark on the journey of discovery and watch as the secrets unveil before you. I mean, come on, come with it, spirit. Come with it. So you are truly, you are on a path of discovering your power. And here, unity blooms. Foster harmony and connection within your community, nurturing bonds that bring you together, and a grove of unity. Bind energies in the unified sanctuary of the grove, fostering interconnected harmony among all beings. In a nutshell, that's a heavy energy. It's a beautiful energy, because what it says is going wild getting out there, showing up, trying something different, seeking, and having these revelations that await you is going to be found in a group. Period. Right? It's going to be found in a group. So maybe it's a workshop, maybe it's a class, maybe it's a friendship group, maybe it's a hosting a party or attending a party. Whatever it is that gets you in the mix, there is something in that mix where you have a revelation. Somebody's going to share something with you, or in the act of communicating with others, building bonds with others, is where you discover your true power. And it is where spirit shows up there for you in that mix. So part of this internal process that some of you could be a little introverted. And if that's the case, it's not about changing who you are, but it is about growing who you are to claim your power. And there's that aspect of your life right now that's encouraging you to get with other people. Your angels are all around you. And they send you angels in the form of people as well. Let me see what this message says. Angels are spiritual beings and messengers of God or guardians who assist and protect humans. So it's just a basic affirming that definition. But notice, remember that where you had that guidance, they were saying, be sure, don't get in your own way. Let us do our part. Let us be there for you. Your power is in your ability to connect with angels and to connect with your spirit guides in order to direct you. When you feel yourself too far in your own head or feeling the responsibility for all of it, they're saying pull back. Remember that we are here. They've shown up for you in 2 different decks strongly. And remember that we will show you the people and the communities. Some of you may be a little isolated and feel lonely or feel like you don't have the family relationships, the friendships that you want so badly, that you desire. And that's what caused that conflict. Or maybe you've had conflict in the past with that 5 of Wands. But there's this unity. There is this unifying factor that your spirit guides want to lead you to. And I cannot make it up. This is a card from my past life deck. Look what came for you. Communal living. Can't make it up. Communal living. My word is my bond. I do not see these cards until I reveal them to you all and try to make sense of it all, right? So check it out. This unity energy from the past, you understood communal living. This is from a past life deck. There's an aspect of your life in this lifetime that craves. It's not that you have to be in a communal situation necessarily, but it is craving connection. That is also very much an energy from the Lovers card. The Lovers is about uniting. We sometimes think of it just romantically, but it is about, in general, uniting with others. Uniting with having a synergistic, compatible feeling with others. And so there's a definite call for you all. There's something in your power. You become more powerful as you connect to others. So if you are in a situation right now where that's not really happening, that's the direction for sure in this new moon in Leo, to claim your power, to move into your power, to live in your power. There's those connections with others, all right? They want you to go wild, to seek it, to not feel limited, to trust that you can go forward in it because they're there for you, all right? Now, 2 things. This is from my spiritual gifts deck, and they had me pull 2 cards for each pile, each of the 3 piles, in case you felt more connected to one gift than the other. One that came for you, pile number 2, clairaudience. You're being called to explore the words and sounds you're hearing to deliver the messages from your spirit guides. Pay attention to what you hear. It can come through music. It can come through birds. It can come through sounds of nature. It can come through healing bowls, or anything where your ability to hear on a spiritual level. That is a part of your power. It is a part of the power that Spirit wants you to explore. And another gift is spiritual adornment. You're being called to explore creating talismans, jewelry, and other spiritual pieces for enlightenment or protection. So if you are into crystals, if you're into spiritual jewelry, if you're into craft, crafting jewelry and that sort of thing. But it has to be, and talismans there, but it needs to be not just decorative, but pieces that have a spiritual component to them. That when you wear them, you feel. A lot of people wear the evil eye, thing that jewelry became very popular in recent years. But anything for protection, etc. But the point of it is those pieces they have a spiritual aspect to them. They have a spiritual tone. It's not just something decorative or dressing up. It has a meaning behind it. So that's part of it as well. Spirit wants you to explore that. All right. You may be drawn to both of these. You may be drawn to one or the other. They had me pull 2 in each pile. All right. Pile number 2. So there you have it. Your power is you are on a journey towards your power, towards claiming it, reclaiming it, discovering ways that it may have shifted or changed. And your spirit guides are right there with you. They want you to let them do some of the work. So listen out for them, especially with that clairaudience. All right, moving on now to the black kyanite. Those who were drawn to that. Your power. Let's go. This new moon in Leo. We got the Page of Cups. What are you discovering? Oh, and you got the Strength card, which is represented by this new moon in Leo. You got it. So some of you may even be Leo, Sun, Moon, or Rising, or have someone of that energy in your life. And again, I love this depiction as well. When I did the intro, I showed a typical card. But here, the cat and the dog. But the cat is like, listen up, my little doggy friend. We're going to play nice. We're going to love one another. We're going to have a good time together. She charms him. He may have his little fangs, but she's like, you ain't going to do nothing with those. We about to go out here in this garden and with the butterflies, and we're about to go and have ourselves a good day. So you just settle your little self down. Look at her, all cute. What's he going to do with that? Nothing. He's just going to calm right down and she's going to direct that energy. That is strength. That is power. It's not about aggression. It's not about overpowering or feeling like that's what you got to do in a situation when you feel challenged or you feel afraid or you feel like you're going through a lot. You don't have to meet fire for fire or fist for fist. There's something in charm. There's something in gentleness. There's something in loving energy, which also comes up very strongly with that Page of Cups. Now you have the King of Pentacles. And the Four of Pentacles. All right, let's talk about that. If you are undergoing a financial situation right now, or maybe your finances are technically okay, but say you're in retirement or considering retirement, or you're taking care of a parent or a family member. With the 4, you see him hugging on tight to what he has. It's not that he doesn't have. It's not that there's a lack of what you need. And here there's a mastery over it. The King of Pentacles is the provider, is the ultimate provider. So whether that's someone in your life or whether that's an energy that you carry, your power to manifest what you need and not allow yourself to hold on so tightly to what you know you can depend on that you may miss some opportunities that want to flow towards you right now with that Page of Cups to increase what you have. Because he operates from a sense of no limits. Whatever you need, I got you. All right? So that your power right now at this time, if you chose this black kyanite, you could be going through something where you are questioning or concerned about your long-term stability. But there is, from a spiritual aspect, there is a power that you have to renew your flow of abundance, your flow of good health, to restore your healing powers. All of those things are within your purview because the king has authority over those. Let's see. Let's go deeper now and get into this energy. In stillness, I receive. There's something, your power at this time. Slow it down. Leo, the lion-hearted. See those hands over that heart. Really listen to your breath. Celebrate the strength of your body. Celebrate, because in stillness you receive. There's something and look, this is holding on. It can't come in if your arms are closed. You can't receive when everything is tightened up. So in stillness, I receive. They want you to slow down your mind, slow down your thoughts, slow down the actions that you feel like you have to take at this time, and imagine yourself receiving. Imagine everything that you need coming towards you. That Page of Cups energy. In fact, I want to put that right there next to that receiving, because your spirit guides are saying there is power in your ability to receive. And maybe some of you have worked so hard and you've become so accustomed to having to shoulder and bear responsibility that you feel you're the only one that can, you're the only one that can make it happen. If you need it, you got to be the one to make it happen. And there's something trying to flow its way toward you. I'm going to go deeper. See the bigger picture. It says full moon in Sagittarius. Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, growth, expansion. See the bigger picture. There is, if you chose this pile, you may be going through a life change or preparing yourself for a life change. Again, for some of you, I feel like this might be retirement or dealing with a loved one who's getting older. This could be family concerns, what to do about property, where you want to live, all the things that make you feel secure. But there is a bigger picture. And once you can see that bigger picture, that's how you start to receive. That's how, instead of trying to control the situation, that's how, by releasing your arms, by allowing more to come toward you. All right, those are some gifts. I'll do that towards the end. This says an outlier. I think, again, this is an energy where you have felt a lot of responsibility, and you may have felt like you're an outsider, or you have had difficulty relying on others. That a lot of what you've been able to achieve has been by your own effort, or your ability to adapt and get through certain circumstances, right? So you're accustomed to going your own way. The term lone wolf just came to mind. Spirit just gave me. And that's fine. You don't have to change who you naturally are, but also understanding that even if you feel more comfortable in your independence, or you crave independence, and you wonder if you are how much you can be self-sufficient, if you've gone through a divorce, if you've lost a job, or you're thinking about changing careers, whatever it is, everything for you all circles back to your stability and your power in being able to own your own stability and go your own way. But there's also a spirit is saying, we're trying to get something through to you. We're trying to open up the channels of your prosperity, of your healing, of restoring your health or your relationships, giving you what your heart's desire is, which is so much of what new moons are about, right? They're about that manifestation. Here you have going forward and a fantasy land that came together on one side, and no illusion and manifest the new on the other. This is a beautiful deck I've started working with. It's challenging because it has a lot of messaging in it. It's what is it called? Clarifying life situations. And on each card, it gives you two versions of the card. So it's a challenging deck, but I really love it. I'm having fun with it. So think about this. These two coming together, going forward and a fantasy land. It's as if in stillness you receive, because they want you to imagine, take some time and imagine what you want that future to be. Full of life, full of security, full of all of the abundance that you need to feel good. Going down that road of life, skipping along it with all the vibrant colors and joy and sun that you need, right? Fantasyland, going forward and creating. That's what manifestation is. Now, on the other side, we had no illusions and manifest the new. I want to read the messages on here for you, and I want to skip past those. So let's take it one by one. On this going forward, it says, don't dwell on the past, but focus on creating a brighter future. In the manifest the new, it says, embrace change and envision your desires, allowing the universe to align with your intentions. Going back to that page of cups. All right. So you are definitely able. You have the power to create a different version of your life with everything that you need in it. You have the power to create tangible stuff that will show up, whether that is money, whether that is people, whether that is circumstances, a home, whatever you need to make you feel safe and secure and stable. Pile number 3, you have that power. And this fantasy land, it says make sure everyone involved is being realistic and on the same page. Realistic, down to earth. You even chose a very earthy stone in that black kyanite. And then no illusions. Stay grounded in the truth, embracing reality with clarity and wisdom to navigate life's journey authentically. This phrase I'm getting is brass tacks. Like, get down to business, getting down to brass tacks. That is a part of your power. Pile number 3 is you have an ability to do that. You understand how to, okay, here's the situation and here's what I need to do about it, right? But sometimes it can feel like you're the only one. It's all on you. And what Spirit is saying is, don't stress over that, because even if it is all on you, you have an unlimited supply. You are unlimited in your source of abundance and supply. And this new moon in Leo is saying, get connected to your heart. Leo, the lion-hearted, rules the heart. Get connected to your heart to say, I live my heart's desire. I will have my heart's desire. I can handle whatever seems bigger than me, whatever seems like it can challenge me. I can handle it, and I don't have to clench up and fight my way through it. I can actually relax and flow my way to it. Here you have your thoughts. Our thoughts have immense power and can attract energies. Be aware of your thoughts and focus on positivity. Boom. Right? Your thoughts. How you feel, your power, and really tapping into and claiming your power at this time, pile number 3. How you feel about your money, your health, your family, your abundance, your living situation. How you feel about that is being impacted by what you think and how your thoughts. And so this heart energy, this heart focused energy is impacted by your thoughts. And Spirit is saying, so be aware of your thinking. If you tell yourself it's going to be a struggle, the other shoe could drop, you're always going to have to be the one to carry the bigger load, those thoughts become things. So give yourself a different realm of thoughts to manifest the new. Remember that, manifest the new. That's what new moons are all about, manifestation. But we have to set our intentions, and our intentions come from our thoughts, right? We speak it into existence. And for you all, I have this past life deck, and for this pile, 2 cards came. One is a karmic relationship, and the other is a high priest or priestess. This, for some reason, Spirit is pinging me back to this outlier card here. For some of you, from a past life, you are someone who had influence over others. And you had a very deep understanding of spiritual principles. And there's something that's happening. I'm going to come over this way a little bit. There's something that's happening now in your ability to reclaim your power or live in your power, live in your abundance that's being offered to you through controlling your thoughts, redirecting your thoughts. But understanding that some of the lessons that you are learning around responsibility have come into this life following from past lives. But what's happening with you is you're rising higher. The high priest or priestess does not just, they're not anointed that I am a high priestess. I am considered a high priestess. I reached a rank of high priestess through an organization that I was with because I studied under elders and I had to go through a series of tests. It was a very long time, over a period of several years, etc. My point with that is this energy is something that you attain through experience, through trials, through testing of character. Strength is a test of character. What do you do when you are faced with something larger than yourself? Debt, illness, desertion, betrayal. What do you do when you are faced with something bigger, that feels bigger than you, that threatens to overwhelm you? You rise higher. It is a test of your character, and you rise higher. That's your power. Pile number 3. You rise higher. And Spirit is showing you that in order to do that, they need you to connect with your heart and connect into the flow. And the flow comes through the thoughts that you have about it, that you can have it, that you can manifest the new. Now, I'm going to close out for each deck. I have this other, I'm loving these. It's called Spiritual Gifts. And for each pile, I pulled 2. Just in case if you didn't connect with one, maybe you would with the other. So your spiritual gifts to connect with your power at this time. Pile number 3, you have scrying. And it says, you're being called to explore, looking into a reflective surface to tune into the messages of the spirits of the universe. So whether that's a crystal ball, whether that's a mirror, some sort of reflective surface that you will see something. I'm even feeling, for some of you, you could, maybe it's because of this coloring, I'm feeling that you could scry through candlelight, through fire, that you would see images, or your spirit would pick up on something from fire. But definitely scrying, looking into something, and you will receive messages from that. The other thing is remote viewing. So both of these have to do with sight. Interesting. Remote viewing. You're being called to explore gaining information about distant, unseen subjects, objects, or locations. Maybe some of you are very interested in astrology, interested in extraterrestrial activity, interested in larger, universal concepts. Remote viewing. All right, and if you're not familiar with those terms, you could, look them up, Google them, just explore it, because it's a pretty big deck. And it's like 50-something, 60 cards in that deck, and those are the 2 that chose you. So, and they are keys to you claiming your power, renewing your power at this time. All right, pile number 3. I hope that was helpful for you. I wish you all the absolute best. And I will see you again very, very, very soon. Careful, if you're motion sensitive, I'm about to move the camera just to wish you a goodbye. See you later in face-to-face. All right. So thank you for the opportunity. I hope that was helpful for you all. Please leave me your remarks below. Remember to hit that like and subscribe button. Please spread the word about my channel. I'm trying to grow. The more of you who are here, the more I can, I feel like I'm serving, and that's really what I want to do. So the more the merrier, as they say. Welcome aboard. I want to grow my community. I really, really appreciate your time. Take good care of yourself. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.